today as we join together to celebrate the marriage of Nils and Nicole Tucker. Today we are not just celebrating the marriage of two people, but the marriage of two families, two backgrounds, two traditions, into a single unit. It is a very special honor for me to be standing up here today in front of Nils and Nicole and before you all. Nicole and Nils are two of my best friends, and it's been such a joy to see firsthand their relationship blossom from the very beginning. Nicole, you and I became friends in the twilight years of our time at Rutgers University. After graduation, when we both started working, our almost daily chats on AIM became something I looked forward to as an escape from the occasional slow day at work. We chatted about everything from what events were going on in your office that day, my usually brief and frustrating escapades on JDate, to our thoughts about various articles that you would send me links to that you found interesting and thought that I should read. And of course, our friendship wouldn't be complete without mentioning our almost weekly get-togethers after work to make dinner and watch the most recent episodes of Top Chef. You helped me with girls, introduced me to new foods, and may be one of the biggest fans of my cupcakes. Nicole, you truly are one of the most friendly, caring, and fun people I know, and it makes me very happy and honored to call you a friend. Nils, I believe we met in the spring of 2009, ironically enough, at a party at Nicole's apartment on Hamilton Street in New Brunswick. After talking with you for a few minutes and getting over my very initial impression of you as a rough and tough biker, which I quickly found out couldn't be further from the truth, I learned that we shared a common residency in Hoboken, and my first thought was, sweet, new friend for me. We got to know each other during car rides between Hoboken and Rutgers, one particularly fun excursion to the Natural History Museum in New York with Nicole and our friend Julia, and a few very important Friday night dinners at my apartment, for which I will take credit and say was the beginning of yours and Nicole's friendship and eventual relationship. I have to say, though, that the best way I got to know you was through the plethora of obscure European-style board games. Anyone who knows you enjoy and love to play. If you haven't seen Nils' collection of games, let me tell you, he does not mess around. And we're not talking about Monopoly and Candy. If you do know some of the games that Nils has in his collection, you know that some of them have rules and objectives that are so complicated. I would like to take this opportunity to officially thank you for always resisting the temptation you must have had to put a fork through my eye after many futile and frustrating attempts at explaining some of these rules to me. Also, the people who know you best that know that if one day the internet was to ever go down, as long as you were around, it wouldn't matter. Or a human Wikipedia of sorts. It's very difficult to bring up anything in conversation with Nils that he doesn't already know something about. While we may have differing views on certain topics, your conviction and knowledge is as impressive as it is broad. You are as smart as you are authentic, and I too am happy to call you a friend. During the summer of 2009, when I found out from Nicole that she and Nils were dating, while initially surprised, I wasn't shocked. Although it had only been a few weeks at that point, I knew that something special was in the works. From the way that Nicole had described to me how she felt about Nils, it became very clear that she was head over heels for him and wasn't going to let him get away. When I learned firsthand the details of how their relationship began, it became obvious that at the center was a very solid friendship, a friendship built on trust, common interests, and viewpoints that gave rise to a very special bond that they shared. It was Friedrich Nietzsche who said, "It is not a lack of love, but a lack of friendship that makes unhappy marriages." And if true, then it's obvious that a very long and very happy marriage is in store. Of course, though, your friendship is only where it starts, and there is certainly no lack of love between you two. I've been around you long enough to see firsthand the very deep affection and care that you have for each other. It is a care and a love that every couple should strive for. And when I see it between you two, it's apparent that it's as special, as natural, and as sincere as any love can get. As I sorted through countless poems, stories, and sayings about love that I could share at this ceremony, I came across one specific quote that I believe perfectly embodies your connection, and whose author might be the best way to describe you two together. Emma Goldman, a Jewish anarchist from the 20th century, whose views about love and marriage are perhaps as blunt as they are true, I believe speaks to the heart of what you two share. She says, "Love, the strongest and deepest element in all life, the harbinger of hope, of joy, of ecstasy. Love, the defier of all laws, of all conventions. Love, the freest, the most powerful molder of human destiny. How can such an all-compelling force be synonymous with that poor little state and church-begotten bee, marriage?" As direct and honest as this quote may be, I believe it speaks the truth, that at the core of your union to each other is a deep and powerful love that no state, no church, no synagogue need authenticate. I believe in the truth that your marriage, in fact, began long before today, and even before you two were legally married several months ago. I believe your marriage to each other began the instant you decided to share life together, to care for one another, and to devote yourselves to each other for all the years to come. To close on a personal note, from the time you two started dating, my friendship with each of you has changed. My once dinners with Nicole have become dinners with Nicole and Nils. Board games with Nils have become game nights with Nils and Nicole. And with this other marriage of sorts, one of my most favorite pastimes today is dinner and game nights with Nicole and Nils. These nights have become a part of my life and a very important part of my friendship with the two of you. You are two of the most caring, open, and warmest people that I know. There is never a dinner, game night, or some other trip that you invite me to that I don't feel completely welcome at. And I am as grateful and thankful to both of you for everything you have done for me and to have you as friends. In the Jewish culture, there is a Yiddish word most commonly heard at weddings and bar mitzvahs, naches, which is used to express a profound sense of delight, pleasure, and satisfaction that one gets from a joyous occasion such as this. You are two of my closest friends, and it gives me great naches to see the two of you wed and to begin this new chapter of your lives together. To signify the start of this new chapter and the joining of your two lives, Nils and Nicole have decided to join together traditions and from each of their respective backgrounds. At Jewish weddings, it is customary for the bride and groom to take a drink of wine together after a series of 7 blessings offered by the officiating rabbi. To honor this, Nils and Nicole will be drinking a honey wine known as mead. In many parts of Europe, it was traditional to supply a newly married couple with enough mead for a month, ensuring happiness and fertility, which is where we get the term honeymoon. In Jewish tradition, honey is also used to signify a time of sweetness and happiness. In addition to the Jewish New Year, it is customary for a newly married couple to eat honey on their challah bread at Shabbat meals during the first year of their marriage together. To drink their mead, Nils and Nicole will be using a drinking horn given to Nils as a gift from his parents. In Scandinavian culture, a culture rooted in egalitarianism, one of the only duties of the wife is to make sure that her husband's drinking mead was never empty. So, in the spirit of joining these customs together, I would like to ask Nicole to now fill up Nils's horn. As you each take your drink, while no rabbi, I would like to offer you both a personal blessing and wish you a lifetime of happiness, joy, good fortune, and good health. May you both continue to take pleasure in each other's company, to enjoy the fruits of all your joint successes, and to continue to build upon this wonderful life that the two of you have created together. Amen. We've now come to the most important part of the ceremony, where I stop talking, and Nils and Nicole will affirm their marriage to each other in wedding vows. Nils, will you please read the vows you have written to Nicole, and then place the ring on her finger.
Every morning, the alarm goes off, and I reach over and I hit the snooze button. And I curl up in my next seat. Those 9 minutes before you get out of bed, in between the ringing of the alarm, just holding you tight, are some of the best minutes of my day. It's in these moments I understand how deeply I love you. What else could explain how something so simple could be so wonderful? It's not just the small things I love. Your curly hair, your smile. I love your adventurous nature, your curiosity, and above all, your bacon. But ultimately, I don't know why I love you. I just do. I love getting to know you more each day. Love you, Nicole.
Nicole.
You can write that one.
Nicole, will you please read your vows you have written and then place the ring on Nils' finger.
When I met you in 2007, I noticed you. You came to my apartment for a party. I kind of forgot who you were. Out for Hot Pot in New York City, I started to like you. Hanging in Hoboken, I wanted you to ask me on a date. Walking the boardwalk on Coney Island, I wanted to be with you. Flying across the Atlantic, I wanted to marry you. Now, here, in front of our friends and family, I know I want to spend the rest of my life with you because of all the things you do to make each day special. I love the way you cook delicious banana pancakes to a crispy golden brown. I love the nicknames, the tickling, the goofiness, the surprises, the laughs, and even the tears. I love how happy I am when I see your face. I'm so excited to have you as a partner for all of life's adventures. I love you, Nils.
In a moment, we will conclude the ceremony with the Jewish tradition of the breaking of the glass, which symbolizes that in times of celebration, great joy, and future happiness, we must also remember the times of sadness in our past. Following the glass breaking, we ask that you please wait and follow the bride, groom, and wedding party to the next room for the festivities. But first, there is one last thing we need to do. Nils and Nicole, it is with great joy and honor that I wish you both congratulations on officially becoming husband and wife and on your marriage. You may now kiss.